Jorge, have you seen this one?
I haven't.
All right.
Anyone else literally never read a single book assigned to them in school ever, and now you're actually an adult, and people are like, oh yeah, and The Great Gatsby, oh yeah, and To Kill a Mockingbird, and you're like, didn't read it, and they're like, did your high school not assign it? And you're like, no, they did, I just didn't read a single book assigned to me since the 7th grade. And they're like, well, how did you pass class? And you're like, SparkNotes, think smarter, not harder. But in the end, you're just completely behind on American literature, and catching up feels a bit daunting.
Okay, here's my thing. School is really hard for students, especially nowadays where we're so stressed out about testing and kids have to make these certain grades and requirements. I get it's tough. Mm-hmm. If you didn't read the books in high school that were assigned to you, as an adult, I do think you should go back and read them. Yeah. And my thing is, we're all talking about media literacy, critical thinking skills, and I think we could both agree that might be lacking in certain subset of groups.
Oh, for sure.
And I think the Venn diagram of those people that lack those skills and didn't read those books in high school might be a circle.
Oh, absolutely.
So it could be helpful to go back and read those books in adulthood, I think. Yeah. I've had so many favorite books growing up, from Twilight, as we've discussed before, to some of my favorites like The Stranger or The Broken Ladder. So do you have any favorite books?
So the thing is, historically, I didn't read. I was a big SparkNotes person. I was that person. And I think that's why we're seeing a lot of men with podcasts now. It's because they didn't read the way that they maybe should have. And I'm one of them, and I thankfully I don't have a podcast that, like some of those people. But point is, it wasn't until December 2022 where I realized, oh my gosh, it's been like literally a decade since I hadn't sat down and really like with a book and actually like learned from something. And then because I had just graduated, I felt called to go back and read, and I have been since. And I do wish I went back to some of those books that we were assigned growing up.
Time.
Yes, absolutely.
I think there's movies and there's podcasts and there's magazine interviews and all kinds of stuff like that, but nothing puts you in someone's shoes like a book in a way so potent. And I think there's just so many amazing things to learn, and just like, it's just, especially at that age, so formative to your brain and the way that you see the world. And I think we should all read the books.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more we'd understand about the world today.
Absolutely.
If we look back and read some of them.
Yeah. So we're in agreement.
Absolutely.